Welcome back, Tribe. Got a video here from Paul Joseph Watson called Body Count.
YouTube star and celebrity boxer Logan Paul has finally picked the wrong battle. When he encountered his next opponent, Dylan Dennis's girlfriend, the two are set to face each other in the ring in October, but many are saying Logan has already thrown in the towel, and it all centres around one crucial issue: body count. Logan proposed to Danish supermodel Nina Agdal last month, but Paul's attack on Danny's missus led Dylan to draw attention to Agdal's long and somewhat colourful history with other men. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of other men.
I actually don't like sleeping alone. I can't really sleep because I don't know what it is. It's always been like that. Like, I always sleep better if there's somebody next to me.
Maybe she just gets lonely. Agdal's detailed dating history was seemingly overlooked when
Jesus
Logan
Christ.
to pop the question.
I sucked a dick in a football stadium full of people once.
Only thing better than dessert is sex.
I don't really think penises are that pretty, so I prefer you to hide it inside casually.
Fuck around and find out has taken on a whole new meaning. Leonardo DiCaprio, who's 17 years older, dates her for a whole year, then breaks it off because he's, quote, not ready to settle down, despite the fact that he thought she was a super cool girl, which, as Leo knew but Logan never learned, is euphemism for definitely not marriage material.
Absolutely fucking not.
Dylan's really not holding anything back.
Potentially getting married to you one day? You like it?
I was like gonna praise him because, like, you know, I'm all about like trans and like LGBTQ and everything. So I was gonna be like, oh, it's awesome. He like has a fiance that's trans. So I thought she was. And then I looked it up, and it was a girl.
But despite Logan responding to every other single jibe thrown at him by the MMA fighter, seems Dylan might have succeeded in what he originally set out to do.
You think you've gone too far?
It's mental warfare. You could beat a man in three ways, you know, physically, mentally, and spiritually, you know, and that's the art of war, you know, Sun Tzu.
Gotta read the books.
You know, I'm very well versed in the game, so I think I already broke him mentally, and I could tell he is going to be emotional in there. Just like when Roberto Duran fought Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard used to be on the outside and be an outside fighter and pick everybody apart. Roberto Duran, like, antagonized him so much he became like a brawler, and he lost. So I think Logan, I'm in his head. I think I'm just chilling in there.
But why does any of this seemingly inane celebrity gossip even matter? Because it's become a very worthwhile, teachable moment for young men. Despite all his good looks, all his fame, all his athletic success, all his wealth, Logan Paul has failed at life because he's ended up with a woman who's got a higher body count than Genghis Khan.
Are there any foods that make us...
Did you hear that? Doesn't matter how successful you are as a man. If you end up with a low-value woman, you're a failure. Ouch. Ouch. How on earth you could be somebody like Logan Paul with the kind of fame he has, the amount of money he's attained, and end up with a chick who's been spotted with... The world has pictures, proof. It has been spotted with so many men and talks and behaves the way she does. And you pop the question like you didn't know that this was a catch and release. This was a chick you just have fun with for X amount of time, like Leo, pump for a year dump. You really went all in on this one and put a ring on it. And then you think the world wouldn't laugh at you. Wow. I mean, did you buy into the leftist? It doesn't matter. Body count doesn't matter. Sex positivity, bro. I mean, look. How long do you think your relationship's going to last with a woman like this? You think this is for life? What do you think the odds of divorce are on this one? Let me know in the comments below. Does this even survive 1 year?
Either of you...
My gag reflex is pretty strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to say, it'll take a lot.
Okay.
Wait, you went further.
Okay. We're talking about food. I don't even know where we're at right now.
Talking about.
A clip about gag reflex that serves to activate everyone else's gag reflex. Your boy Sam Hyde said it best. Billionaires and celebrities can't get good women. Bezos, Gates, Musk, Logan Paul, pick anyone you've heard of. You, a Best Buy employee, can if you're lucky. If you have a good woman, you are beating most billionaires and celebs at life. Don't forget to value what you have if you're one of the lucky ones. If your better half's Instagram page looks like she's been scrolling through Tinder for a few hours, you probably made the wrong choice. Certainly on some level, how many women choose to be with a man, how many women he can attract is one measure of a man's worth. But all men know something much, much deeper. The quality of the woman you end up with, even if she's your very first, is your measure as a man. This is the prime reason why so many male celebrities have been divorced 3, 4, or 5 times by by the time they're old men. Bad choices in women, and an inability to keep it in their pants due to the increasing prevalence of promiscuous females. And speaking of keeping it in your pants, well, it's the height of summer, which means men all over the world are dealing with the eternal problem. How to keep their meat and two veg dry and comfortable. Boxers or briefs? Briefs? Are you mad? Unless you actually want a sweaty and clammy ball sack, which if you do, you probably need to. Best way you can show some video. This whole Dylan-Logan beef has served to crystallise a conversation whose time has come. That conversation is Hoeflation. Modern men have to work 5 times harder than their grandfathers did for women, 20 times worse than what their grandmothers were. It's called Hoeflation, and it's destroying Western men's desires to be providers and protectors.
Wow, look at that. Hold on, we gotta go back to that picture. That ain't the truth. Look at this. Honey, look, I found a picture of your grandmother. 2000 and 2100. Wow. Man, how far we've fallen. Holy crap. And they seriously don't understand why men are choosing to become passport bros, leaving for more traditional ideologies than other parts of the world, because nobody wants this to be grandma right here on the right. That is a complete joke. Imagine working your ass off as a man, finally getting your finances in order, and society tells you that for you to settle down and start a family, it has to be with a woman on the right. Years of backbreaking work, years of building up your business, or years of working for a company. Years you've scrounged up a few pennies. Years. Your nest egg is finally built, and the person you get to share it with is this on the right. Meanwhile, this on the right has made their own nest egg through OnlyFans and whatever other adult content, has been sending feet pics, has been devaluing themselves on social media with a bunch of pictures of that manner. And now they're 30 plus talking about, I'm ready to settle down. What do you bring to the table? Wow.
Consider this, right? The average guy today, his granddad had to put in a quarter of the work to get the kind of woman that is 4 times as amazing as the woman is attractive.
Oh, are you
like his grandmother was an amazing woman and a very, very feminine, natural woman, and his granddad really didn't have to do the kind of work he has to do right now as a young man in the Western world.
So you're talking about Hoeflation.
Again, as with all forms of degeneracy and promiscuity, the dominant culture and the media demonizes those who encourage women not to sleep around. As purveyors of handmade tale style controlling toxic masculinity, backwards thinking regressives denying women of their feminist agency to do as they please, with zero regard for responsibility or long-term consequences. But the consequences of rampant promiscuity are bad for men and women and terrible for humanity. Studies show the number of previous sexual partners you had significantly ups your risk of divorce. Research
It could up your risk. No, it dramatically ups your risk of divorce. Period. People, man, the paradox of choice today. That doesn't even count just dating apps, just having the option to swipe right if your partner pisses you off, which is a lot of what the younger generation are doing. They're in situationships. Relationships don't even exist today. They don't even ask for exclusivity amongst themselves. It's just we're kind of floating in the ether. We're something, not really, don't want to put labels on it because I'm still swiping for my options. That's dating today. Forget about marriage, my friend. That is long gone. The institution of marriage means absolutely nothing to people today. There's no religious backing. The state makes it into a complete one-sided joke on a woman's part, and it has absolutely zero benefits for men. Why would you get married in the West today so you could have your assets split, your children taken away from you, and having to have your life restarted? Some men choose not to hit the restart button. They rather end the game then and there once everything is gone. How many more of those stories do we have to hear? Starting a family in the West is a complete fucking joke. You will look like Logan Paul over here, who's having to marry a hoe while being a millionaire.
Researchers at the University of Utah found that women marrying after the year 2000 who had had more than 10 sexual partners before tying the knot were the most likely to divorce. A shocking 33% of women who had 10 sexual partners before they got married ended up getting divorced. 1 in 3, with women who were virgins before marriage having the lowest divorce rate. Choose one.
And women that go to college, graduate, did the sorority thing, did the sleeping around, discovering myself thing, initiate what, 90% of divorces? Wow, those numbers look incredible.
Wisely, fellas.
When people are like, how do you get so many followers and so many likes? I'm like, show a nipple.
Seriously.
Seriously.
That's what we all should do here to get
Just
this
like,
Cosmo
follow
life.
it
I
out
don't
there.
think it's going to work for me.
There's difference between like slutty nipple and cute nipple.
I made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment.
If you have kids and get divorced, the chances of them being fucked up significantly increases, leading to young girls growing up with fatherless type behaviour. which in turn leads them to become more promiscuous as young adults. It's a vicious cycle. And it's all turbocharged by a culture that legitimizes hypergamy, hookup culture and cheating, while branding those who warn against it as bigoted, misogynistic Puritans. But with Logan Paul's silence becoming deafening, with him preferring to reportedly hit Dylan with legal threats to delete the tweets rather than address the actual issue, tweets containing photographs already in the public domain, so good luck with that one. With Logan's prime partner KSI celebrating Dylan being censored, the Cook Defense Force has been fully activated.
Alright, so Logan Paul has boxing matches.
Of course, the king of the cucks gotta get on social media real quick, defend his cuck brotherhood, man. Holy shit. No way, Ja Rule too, huh?
It's this Dylan Danis guy, and Dylan's been going on a little bit of a campaign trying to embarrass Logan by pointing out all the guys that his now fiance has spent time with before Logan. This is Ja Rule. Dylan, I don't know how hip-hop fluent you are, but this is one of the GOATs. What's love got to do with it? Huh? I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. Dylan, this is one of the GOATs. If his girl has actually spent time in the presence of Ja Rule, then he should be proud of it. Personally, I think the more men that your woman has spent time with before you get her, the more desirable she becomes. How about that, Dylan?
Your fiance banging a bunch of rappers before you met her is something to be proud of. There's cope, and there's weaponized cope. Should we feel any measure of sympathy for Logan Paul? No, he's a complete sellout. I know for a fact that around the time of the Japanese suicide forest incident, Logan's personal and political views skewed very much to the based side of the spectrum. Then after that incident, to avoid permanent cancellation, he basically sold his soul to the regime. And not long after, he was spouting pro-BLM NPC rhetoric.
I'm embarrassed that it's taken me 25 years to realize this. It is not enough to be not racist. You have to be anti-racist. If you're white, if you look like me, use your privilege. And for those who do not think white privilege exists, you are delusional and you are part of the problem.
He also stabbed his former friend Andrew Tate in the back when Tate became a regime target. Then there's the infamous crypto scam. He also allegedly shagged his own brother's girlfriend, according to Jake Paul himself. So no, not really a stand-up guy. So the taste police, trying to patrol Dylan for supposedly stooping to a reprehensible new low, haven't picked a very good example in siding with Logan Paul, the guy who's literally built a career on creating beef and pushing the bounds of decency purely for the purpose of generating clout.
Let's see what some of the comments say. Holy shit. The thing about anti-racism was pure unadulterated cringe. He deserves this. Anything that makes Logan look like an even bigger bellend is an absolute W. Oh, here's a good one. My wife is the only girl I've ever been with, and we celebrate our 20th wedding anniversary this year. I used to be embarrassed to say that. I had only ever been with one woman because the guys I worked with were always talking about the different girls they had been with over the weekend. But looking back on it, I was stupid to feel that way. And with what I'm seeing in the culture now, I think I did the right thing. If a high body count is such an empowering concept, why are women often reticent to reveal theirs? Good question, my friend. She is literally the embodiment of what an attention-seeking drama queen is, in full light. Imagine actually thinking a relationship like this would last. Nina literally piped down half of Hollywood, then settled on Paul and made him wait to hit it too? What?
Beta.
Man, that covers that.